Hello. Hello. You are. It might be a different time, but we're morning, well, noon actually on Monday, and this is our work from home show. And I know, hi, Marian. She's my co-host and the technical expert behind all of this. Thank you, Marian.
I've been called a guru, a tech expert, all kinds of weird names here lately.
You're also a wizard.
A wizard. That's right. Yeah, a tech wizard. Okay. So the reason I don't like that is because when someone introduces me as a tech wizard, they'll hand me their phone and they'll say, "Can you fix my phone?" I'm like, no.
No. So remember that when you meet Marian, don't ask her to fix your cell phone. But with a computer, she is a fabulous wizard. If she doesn't understand it, she'll dig in and figure it out. Now I can look at the same instruction and say, huh? But she has that intuitive sense and it works for her. So if you're non-technical, team up with somebody like Marian who can help.
We talk about that a lot, about working together on different projects and things that are going on, because most of us don't want to work alone. So in this time, in this day and age, if you could find somebody who has got the same goals as you do, and you guys can work together, either on working from home with, for different things, or collaboration on a different project that could bring in some money, that'd be awesome. So go ahead.
No, I just wanted to brag on Marian one more time. She has a Spotlight Productions is the name of her little side company within her main company of Natural Curiosity. And what she does, are you ready for this? She puts you in my place on your own show. And she can be over here like she is in this show and be a moderator for you. Or you can be there on the screen by yourself, or you can invite guests that will appear on the other side. And Marian could still be on the third picture and be your moderator. But she can be behind the scenes totally, and it's your show completely. She does all the technical stuff, including the thumbnail for the little video.
Hey.
Huh?
I'll be right back.
Oh, she's at her office. She has to go for a minute, so I'll be right here with you. But I just want you to know that Marian can do this. She's got 4 clients already that she does this for, and she's looking for 4 more clients. So if you are in the mood to say, hey, I want my own show like Marian and Louise have, or similar to what we have, but you don't want to mess with the technology, which I couldn't. I still don't know how to use StreamYard. And StreamYard goes to Facebook and YouTube simultaneously. And then when you get permission from LinkedIn, it's kind of, a little difficult to get over into the LinkedIn. You have to be real active. So if you're real active on LinkedIn, you can have 3 shows simultaneously on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So it's an absolutely phenomenal way to get the word out, because we all know you have something to say, to share with the world. I know we did. That's why we started our show back in late December. We had something to say. And in this case, the Daily Reset for Success popped out, as did the Wisdom Chats for the Curious show that we do on Tuesday evenings. Just a tiny bit different, just a little longer. And we just have a blast bringing on guests, or if we don't have a particular guest that day, Marian and I handle it, because we've always got something to tell the world and help them to get better and to succeed more. So be thinking what it is that you want to get out to the world. Maybe you're a teacher and your particular subject is a very niche kind of a subject, even a language. If you can teach a language, you can do that online, and people will pay you a subscription for a monthly prescription to be your student. And you can do that on patreon.com. So we'll talk about that in a few minutes when Marian comes back, because that's a membership site and the whole platform is free for you to use. Now, the company takes out a little percentage for every dollar you earn. They get 4 or 5%, or maybe it's 10%. I can't remember now. But I have a Patreon channel that I'm not using right now. And I'm going to be gearing it up because there are people out there who want to be your patron. They want to support you, and they'll do it for a monthly fee. It could be $1, it could be $10. In a case of a language, it could be $25 a month, and you give them two. Maybe every other week you give them a lesson for $25. Or if you want to go up to 50, you could give them 4 lessons a week. So there's all kinds of things you can do with a program like what we're using. You can get your word out. And I was just reading some of my emails this morning. There's a lady named Marjorie Wildcraft who is always into wonderful things about the garden, about survival tactics. She's one of those ladies, unfortunately, who got burned out in the drought we had here in Texas a few years ago. I think her whole house got burned. I can't remember. But she started out from scratch, and now she's got a wonderful email list. And I've kind of let her go. I need to get back to her. I want to have her on the show. But see, there's always somebody that you could invite to be on your show. 99% of the time, people will say yes because they want the exposure. And we don't charge for you to be on our program. If you've got something you would like the world to know, connect with us, Marian or I, and we will share you. We'll have you on our show as a guest host, and then you can get it out. And I wasn't reading. Oh, Marian had her mask on.
Isn't this funny? So I'm going to have to stay off the camera. So whatever you were talking about, I'm sure it was fine. I've had some weird stuff happening here at work, like the ceiling caved in the other room and stuff like that.
Oh, no.
So you'll have to.
We'll wing it.
We'll do another show as soon as this is all over. So sorry about that.
Wing it. We can get through this. That's okay, Marian.
All right.
Thank you. We appreciate you. See, she can still run this software from behind the scenes.
That's
there
right.
She goes. Aren't we glad we don't have to wear masks when we're at home? And that's another good thing because so many of us are at home. And from what I'm understanding, things are tightening up again because the virus is starting to come back. And oh my gosh, we don't want to hear that. But we can work from our homes no matter what's going on out there. See there? Think about that. So you could start your own show. Let me give you a couple ideas of what you might have inside you. My nephew next door has a wife who is so creative. She's got that decorator eye. She can tell you what color would be good there, or what color would be there, how to place furniture, how to do that. She's got that decorator instinct. Maybe you do too. And you can do that virtually. Trust me, it's amazing how this can be done. We have a friend named Marla Reagan, who's an organizer. She goes into people's closets with their camera. They're in Timbuktu someplace, and she's in Houston. And the person shows her the closet that she wants reorganized, and she can do it right from her home. And hundreds of miles away, the other lady can, okay, I'll move this, I'll move that, I'll take this down and put that over here. She can organize via the camera, and a decorator can do some of that too. So it's a matter of being creative and thinking outside that little box, remember? And decorators do always think outside the box because they have such wonderful ideas. So there's one for you. And if you're not a decorator like me, I've got white walls, I've got pictures here. My house is as plain as it comes because I don't have the decorator eye. So that's a talent. It's a big talent. And then there are other people who can write. In fact, my nephew's wife is a beautiful writer. She would write children's books that would sell like hotcakes. She doesn't have the time. She's too busy teaching. She's a teacher, and they're having to teach online now, as you know. Even though it's summer, they're still doing things back and forth on the computer with the administrations at their school, and they don't even know if they're going to get to go to school in late August. They have to go back in August to make up for the time they've missed this past spring. And it's been a nightmare for teachers. Trust me, I've been watching it. My sister works for a big school district. It's been a nightmare for them too. So know that you've got talents. Maybe you could be a tutor. You're good at math, or you're good at languages we talked about. What else could you be good at? English and just plain writing. You could teach kids how to write, because kids don't know how to write anymore. And here's another one. It just popped into my head. You could create a children's show where you read a little children's book and you can pop the pictures up on the screen as you read. There's another picture. There's another picture. And the kids will eat it up. My nephew's 7-year-old has been over here at my computer, unfortunately, watching kid videos. Oh God, are they awful? I've never seen such drivel, but she eats it up. She has a whole totally different mentality than us old folks. It doesn't make sense to me because it's futuristic. One of them's Minecraft. If you ever have a minute, go over and look at it. It's beautifully done, but it's silly stuff. And then she get it all fixed.
No, I'm going to have to pop out, but I did want to bring up what we were talking about earlier about how you can create your own products and sell them,
Yes.
or you can create products for people. So
Yes.
let me bring that up, and then I'll head back out again, okay?
Okay, I'd love that because we've created a mug and a journal, and we've got a whole bunch more journals we've already discussed that we're going to create. So go ahead, Marian, because this is beautiful. Now check that out. This is something you can do online. And if you've got that designer eye, or even if you don't, you can go like Marian does into these beautiful places where you can get free graphics and you can manipulate them on our thumbnails. Marian makes every one of those up. She's got that eye that she can make something look clever, and she just pulled one here and one there and put them all together, and you would never know that it hadn't come like that because it was so creative. I bet some of you out there have that eye and would like to do that too. So if you've got that talent, or if you want to learn that talent, you can always go find a YouTube video or hire Marian. Marian can teach you how to do this. She does it mostly on Canva, and she has a couple of other programs that she uses. So she can just pick the free graphics from here, there, and everywhere and changes the background, adds text. She can do it all. And maybe you've got that talent. You might have been doing it for memes on Facebook already.
Okay, so I'm going to, as life happens, we had a big rainstorm here and the ceiling caved in the other room. So thank you for taking over, Lady Lou. If you have any questions, please ask her, and she'll be happy to answer any questions.
I'll try to get down here and read them.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Bless her heart. It's no fun when you have to have a real job and do what you love. So soon, hopefully, the real job will fade away and she can get back to doing what she does love. But that's the whole secret of working for yourself. You can do what you love. And if it ain't fun, I'm not going to do it. I don't know about you. You may have that same attitude about work. Of course, I'm over the hill now in the age. I don't have to worry about working for somebody else anymore. Thank you, God. One of those things. But there's just so many things you can do online. And if you're like me and you're not real techie, like we said earlier, team up with someone who is techie. I'll bet you know somebody. It might even be your children. It's amazing what this little 7-year-old, she can work the mouse. She can do this. She can scroll. She can do almost everything on this computer. But there's some technical stuff that she doesn't know. But at 7, she already knows this. Do you know how long it took me to learn how to use a mouse? I mean, I was so awkward. You may remember that too, because it was not easy for us to learn, especially the older folks of us. We take to this stuff a little slower than the younger people because somehow it's intuitive to them. They don't even know any better. In fact, my little niece, asked me, do you have Alexa? And because I kind of know what Alexa is. I don't have her. And I said, well, how many Alexas do you have? Well, we had 4, but they got lost. We're down to 1. She knows about Alexa. Oh, yeah, you can go and ask her about the weather, she says. I said, I know. See, I know just that much about Alexa. But she knows it all at 7. Who would have thought? But they grew up with it, and we didn't. So that's why you team up with someone who does, even if it's your children. Recruit them. And did you know that you can pay your children? It may be $5 an hour or $5 a day, whatever it is that you choose to pay your children to help you. And that's deductible on your taxes. Might not have known that, right? A lot of people who are in direct sales hire their children to do the stuff that they maybe don't have time to do, or even they have time, but they would rather pay their children so they can deduct that money that they're paying them that could go into their college fund or whatever kind of fund you might have for the children, maybe a vacation fund. But that way you're funding it a day or a week at a time, and it adds up faster than you can imagine. And then it's deductible. So there's all kinds of little things. If you don't understand how it works to work for yourself, talk to a CPA or a bookkeeper even, or just go online and see if you can find a video or an article. How is it when you work for yourself? What kind of tax deductions are there? Because you can take off part of your rent, part of your utilities, your gas, your air, electricity, whatever, you can deduct that part. And you can even deduct a little space. I've got like about, maybe 15 by 10 I call my office here in my living space. That's deductible on your taxes. So there's another way to save money and to make money. This is something cute that I just started the other day. I got bought a couple of things, and one of the ladies sent me a note and says, "Oh, I've overcharged you for $50. So don't write your check for $250. Write it for $200. Okay. Then another lady said, "Oh, I've overcharged. No, I'm going to give you a discount." She said she's going to give me a discount. So I got a $50 discount on her product. And then I bought another thing and I got $1,000 off on that. And then there was something else I bought just recently. It was $1,000 less. I even took my car into the repair shop on Thursday. And I wanted the oil changed. I wanted it to go back to the synthetic oil because it lasts longer. I don't have to change it as often. And I said, "Well, how much is the synthetic oil?" It is usually a lot more than regular oil. He says, "Well, it's normally $89, but now it's on sale for $49. Do it." Saved another $30. And then I said, later he came back and says, "Well, your fuel injectors need to be replaced on your car." Well, my car's 12 years old and I don't drive that much, so the carbon builds up. I don't know what a fuel injector is, trust me, but that's what he said. So I said, "Well, how much?" And he said, "Well, it's normally $119, but it's on sale for $89. Okay, do it. He had the time. There was another savings. This is one of my little books. It's a journal that I found at the dollar store years and years and years and years ago. It's just a little plain hard book, and sometimes they have little spirals on them. I've got one here with a little spiral on it. I thought here it is. Just get you some notebooks with a spiral. So I'm always writing in these things, and do a gratitude journal and do a savings journal. In fact, I have one of them, the gratitude journal, is split down the middle. I just draw a line. One side is the gratitude, what I'm grateful for, and the other side is for savings. What have I saved on to date? Maybe it's time. Have you ever saved on time? Yeah, because you got your kids to do some of the work for you, and you paid them. That's fine. But there's all kinds of journals. We're going to start having journals that you can buy off of our website if you'd like. And we'll have one for goals. We'll have one for affirmations and all kinds of different things like that. Start your journals. Even one is a personal journal. You can write your personal thoughts that nobody else will see. So there's just so many things you can do to help yourself. In fact, my nephew yesterday was complaining. He's trying to get the belly. Men have the belly. That's where they gain their weight. He wanted to get that belly off, but he's just lacking motivation to do some exercising. So I suggested that they've got a big blackboard in their kitchen that they write on when they have things to do. I said, "Well, make a note on that blackboard or stick a piece of paper up there and check it off every time you've done that exercise." And he started this morning, and he sent me a Facebook message to thank me for giving him the motivation. Hey, there's another one. You can be a personal motivator. I made that up. I don't know where it came from. And Karen says, "The baby boomer babe is rocking." Thank you, Karen. Bless her heart. She and Peg are such sweethearts. They're always here for us, and we love their comments. Thank you. Thank you. But sometimes I had no idea this is where the show was going to take us, because we had other things planned, but Marian's plans had to go awry. But there's so many things you can do. You can do it. You can make stuff up. I think some of you know that my middle name is MSU. And that's the make stuff up. You don't have to do it their way. Do it your way and create something brand new. But being a personal motivating coach could be very good. What have we got on here? Oh, dog walking. And you know what? That's a biggie because a lot of older people in particular maybe have health challenges, and we've got all this air, dusty air from the Sahara. They may not be able to go outside and walk their little dogs. So you've got a job. Go up and down your neighborhood and distribute a little flyer at their door. Don't put it in their mailbox. Now, that's not legal, but put it on their door. Just take a piece of tape and tape it on their door, or knock on the door and say hello and tell them you're a dog walker and you have a very small fee, like you could charge, I don't know, $10. Of course, most people don't walk a dog for an hour, but if 30 minutes, you could say $10 for 30 minutes or $5 for 30 minutes, and you just walk the dog up and down the street a little bit. But then you don't have a watch, know what 30 minutes is. And I'll bet you'll get some takers. And especially if you're a youngster that wants to get another job, you can talk to your children about getting that one. And they can make a little extra money too that you don't have to give them in the allowance. So that's a savings for you. Because we talked about this last week, saving money by cutting expenses. And that was something else my nephew was talking about yesterday. Netflix, they've got all kinds of things. His wife's doing a personal coaching thing now that's $50 a month. There's all kinds of things that you can cut out of your budget. And that's another form of making money. It's just a passive way. So just know that there's some other stuff out there that maybe you haven't thought about, and that all of a sudden the little light bulb goes off and you think, I could do that. So stop for a minute. Think, what can you do now that would put a few bucks in your hand? Think, because it's there. It's deep within you. And if you have to start writing, I've heard this years ago, start writing. You don't even know what you're going to write about, but just start. I don't know what I'm going to write about today, but I was told I had to write today. So I'm writing all this down. I'm supposed to come up with ideas of how to make money. So where would I go to get an idea to make money? Well, if I knew, what would that look like? Well, it would look like cash in my bank. It would look like me being able to buy the groceries I need. It would look like me being able to put gas in my car when I need to go to the store. It would look like me having extra money to buy new books, if you're a book reader, or new CDs or DVDs or whatever you want to buy online. It would look like that. So how can I make this extra money? And then you say, what are my talents? Well, I have a talent for this. I can see a color and I can say that color would look good over there, or I can say that picture belongs on that wall, or that lamp belongs on that table. That's the decorator ideas. But there's so many things that you can do that are within you that are hiding from you. Everybody else probably sees them. Because one time I asked a whole bunch of my friends in an email, I said, tell me what it is you think I'm good at. And you can be just that blunt. Tell them, look, I'm trying to figure out another way to make money. Oh, what we got here? Best damn what? I'm having to look around my camera. Best damn email sales associate. Okay. So if you can see that, you can read that better than I can probably. Thank you, Marian. See, there's so much stuff out there. But just start asking your friends, what do you think I'm good at? And I did that in an email years ago because I was looking for something to do. And you know what they said? Something I already knew. You're a people person. You love people and you love to help people. And one of them even said, I'm a healer. And I am a healer. I love to heal. I've done the hypnosis, the hypnotherapy. I've done Reiki too, the hands-on healing stuff with the vibration. And there's just so many things that are within me that are just kind of lurking in there, and I can't see them, but other people can see them. So get yourself busy. Write that email to your friends and family. Ask them, what do you think I'm really good at that maybe I could earn some money doing now in this time of quarantine? You're going to get some fabulous answers. I know you are. So give it a shot. Don't be afraid. Because sometimes we're chicken. We think, oh, I couldn't do that. Yeah, you can. Buck up. Buck up. Do it. Just do it. You know, it's not going to hurt. I promise. Now, you might get some answers that you're not looking for. But I trust me that the majority of them will be very kind, very helpful. And you're going to start seeing yourself in different light. Because we are who we are from the inside out. They see it as it comes forth, but we live with it, like can't see the forest for the trees. We're in here and we don't always see those little things that we're good at. And I love to grow things. Watching a plant grow gives me such pleasure. It's amazing. I've been growing moringa trees. Right now, they're all out there in this little big bin. It's a concrete bin filled with sand. It's a very porous sand. They call it torpedo sand because it has to drain. The bottom of the tub has holes in it, so the water drains out. And my moringa trees were all about, well, they weren't even that big. They weren't even as big as a pencil sometimes. And they were 4 feet tall. So I would cut off 3-inch chunks, and I called them my sticks. They were just sticks. And I put them down in the little stuff that root tone type stuff that will help them grow, a little white powder. And then I put a hole in the sand with my finger, and then I tucked them in, and then I covered the sand up with, my hand. And then I had them all like an inch apart. That's how close they can be. So you can get tons of them in one of those tubs. Last year I had 50 in one tub, and I could have put more. But those little things are already growing roots. Some of them have little bitty leaves, and I'm just watching them. And I have to water them 2 to 3 times a day because they have to stay damp. Otherwise, they're going to die. The little roots will have a hard time growing in sand. And you would think, how can anything grow in sand? It does. It does. I don't understand it. It's a technique I learned. I paid for that tip. So just get you a bucket or a flat tub. And there is Jody. Hi, Jody. Nice to see you. She's one of our mastermind people. And hey, that's another tip. Join Marian's Mastermind. I've been in it for several years. Jody has just joined us. And there's Peggy. Hi, Peggy. You're making, I'm making them smile. I have mentioned so much during this half hour, and it's wonderful. Well, thank you, Peggy. We appreciate having you listen to us. So we're almost to the end. I don't want to quit too quick either, but definitely start something that's fun for you. If you love to grow things, and touch base with Marian and I. You can reach us through Facebook on the Natural Curiosity Facebook group. You have to join the group before you can connect with us, and it's free. And then you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Natural Curiosity. Sometimes you have to go to Marian LaSalle first on YouTube, and then Natural Curiosity will pop up, and then you just punch on her little picture, and then you've got all of our videos over there that we've done since December. And I would suggest that you go back and look at some of our videos. We have done some really fun things that have been just so enlightening and so fun and educational even. So you've got all that to choose from. There's almost 100 of them now. So go and look and see how those cute thumbnails that Marian has made. You're going to love. In fact, I told her when she did the first few back in December, I said, those are cartoons. People, we're affecting an audience here, an adult audience. They're not going to want cartoons. She proved me wrong. The cartoons are the ones that have the most views. It is just too cute to see. So know that you can do something, that it's in you. Connect with us, ask questions. You can leave comments under YouTube, and you can leave comments under the Facebook page. We see them. And then subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. We're building our subscription so much better now. So we thank all of you who have already subscribed. We thank you for those who have joined our Facebook group. And we were talking about the Mastermind. Connect with Marian on that one at her Facebook, at the Natural Curiosity Facebook group page, because she has this fabulous Mastermind every Tuesday evening at 7 Central Time. No, 8 Central Time, excuse me. And it's only $25 a month, 4 meetings a month. and you will get some ideas. And I was talking about Jody Bernberg. She joined us less than 6 months ago. That girl has taken off. She's got her own show. She's doing all kinds of new things she didn't even know she could do. And she has taught herself for the most part. So if she can do it, you can do it. So we thank you for being here. We appreciate all the subscribers and the viewers and the live comments. We thank you for that. And we'll be back next week on our work from home show. So see you next time. Bye.